Hey guys, this is going to be an install video for an Epoch 107 server. So I have the Google Doc here. I'll leave it in the description so you can follow along. Um, so we're going to start by opening our network. So basically you're going to go and so it's going to be your router. Um, so for me, I have to put in the passcode to my router, and what we're doing is port forwarding. So see if I remember my password here. I I do. So each setup will be different for port forwarding. Everyone's router is different. And what you're gonna do is just I have a link here in the folder. So right here. I don't know why it's not showing up as a link, but yeah, you'll just go to that. And then you'll learn how to port forward. It's a very generic guide. You're gonna want to port forward 2302 to 2307. Um, and then so once you're done port forwarding, you're gonna download and install Arma 2 and Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead if you don't already have them. Um, Now, if you do already have them, but you've just installed them, go ahead and run Arma 2. So I'm gonna go to Steam and I'll show you. So you're gonna run Arma 2, click play, and then you're gonna run it to the main menu. And then once it's at the main menu and you see like the battleship and everything, you can close the game. And then you're gonna do the same thing with Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead. You're gonna run it to the main menu, and then when it gets to the main menu and you see the background, you can close it. All right. So the next step is we're gonna download the DayZ launcher. Now I already have the DayZ launcher, but this link right here is literally to the download itself. So it's just gonna download it immediately. Um, Otherwise, you can type DayZ launcher and find it. It's this one. It's the blue one. If you accidentally click, if you look for it and you actually grab the red one here, this red one is for the standalone, and so it will not work for what you're trying to do. So yeah, go ahead and click on the blue one and then hit download now. Once you have that installed, you're going to want to open it. You're also going to want to open Steam. This will make it easy. So click on Arma 2 Operation Airhead, click on the gear, manage, and then browse local files. It's going to open up a file explorer. Just click right here, and then you can right click and click copy, or you can just hit Control C, which is a shortcut. And then you're going to go to here, cancel, and then hit settings at the top. And then right here is where you're going to paste that. It's going to be the same thing. So it's going to say something like documents/mods or whatever. Go ahead and change that to your Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead path. So that's all I'm going to do. Just paste that in there with Control V. And then down here, now it should find it, but if it doesn't, you're going to go ahead and go to Arma 2. You can go ahead and close this, by the way. Or you can just go back and find it yourself. But I like to just do it this way because it's faster. Browse local files, pulls it up, Control C, and then go back to DayZ Launcher, Control V, and then just hit save, just like that. Now, you're gonna go to mods, and you're going to, mine needs verified, but it actually doesn't. I made some modifications, but mine's just the same as yours as if you downloaded it. You're gonna go ahead and click on DayZ Epoch 107. You're gonna hit download, and wait for it to download. It takes a while, so you can either download it from here, or there is another I have another link, I believe, in the doc to download it. Let's see. So yeah. So right here, let's see. So I tell you to download it here on the DayZ launcher, but there is another one here. So we're gonna go ahead and I think control click or shift click. No. Okay. So we're gonna go here, and then you can actually download it from here as well. So you're gonna need these server files, but you're gonna need the game files. So you can either download them with DayZ Launcher by clicking download here, which takes a while, or you can download it from here. Either way, it's gonna take a little while. It's kind of big, but no matter how you get it, both of these. So if you click download here or you click download here, it's the same files. Now, The next step was to download the server files. So you're going to download these server files here. So you just click this one. I guess I could do copy link address. Let's see. I guess I could do that. And then do this. And then change this here. No, I think that's what it is. Oh, yeah, we're fine. Yeah. Let's see. Just to make sure. Yeah, it is the same. So this link right here is the actual, just directly to the server files themselves that you need. Now we're going to download and install HeidiSQL. Let me go ahead and just copy this. Now, I don't know if I'm going to leave all these links in the description. I think I might. So yeah, you'll just set it up. It's really easy to set up. The links I tried to make the links I put in here to the actual link that you just need to click and download instead of you going and having to find stuff. So I have PBO Manager installer here as well. You're gonna need PBO Manager. So that also, yep. And then you'll just download that. And then you're gonna go to, after you download and installed the PBO Manager, you're gonna go to Default Apps. You're gonna scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you're gonna go to Choose Default Apps by File Type. Wait for it to load. It takes a second. There's a lot of different file types. Wow. Okay, right now. Okay. And then on the left, you'll see the different file type extensions, and you'll just go over here and you'll drag and you go all the way down to the P's. Okay. So right here, PBO Manager. Just make sure that this is set to PBOs. And then once you've done that, you should be good to go. To test it, you can go ahead and open, let's see, where do I have those? So the server files that you downloaded, this is exactly what this is gonna look like when you download the server files from the other link. You can go ahead and test it by clicking on, I think, MP missions. Yeah. And then right click. And then if PBO Manager is right here, or maybe it's up or whatever, as long as when you right click, it's in the options and you can like use it from here, you've done it correctly. If it does not appear, you might have installed it incorrectly. So go ahead and install PBO Manager. When you install PBO Manager, install it like where it wants to go in the C drive, because a lot of the stuff that I'm adding helps with that, and the tutorial is going to follow that. So go ahead and just install PBO Manager to the C drive if you can. Okay. So now, next step. Let's see, where were we? We downloaded, we have the server files. Let's go ahead and install MySQL 5.7. Now I think this link is actually to the link that works that I used, which should be fine. This is literally, again, this is just an installer. Try to use this link because the guys in the Discord were telling me, in the Epoch community were telling me that of a certain version doesn't work. So like the newest version doesn't work. So go ahead and just click this link here. So when you go to set it up, and I think, let's see. Well, I can't do it again, I don't think. But when you go to like install it, and then it like pops up the window for the installation, it'll say, how do you want to install it? And you'll just click on server only, standalone, server machine, and then you'll set up a root password. Now this part here is important. So you're gonna go to File Explorer, and we're just gonna like literally follow this as we can. So C, program data. So we're gonna go to C, which is this one, and we're gonna go to program data. Now this won't be on by default, so you're gonna hit view, and you're just gonna click on hidden items. So watch this. So it's gone now, as you can see. And you hit hidden items, it pops up. That's what you need. So we're gonna go to program data. We're just gonna make this a little smaller. Scoot it over. Yep, program data, MySQL server 5.7, MyINI. So where did it go? MySQL 5.7, and then MyINI. Now, Jason was saying in the video before that you have to launch this with admin mode, and I think he's correct on that. I'm not entirely sure, but we're gonna go ahead and do that anyways. So we're gonna launch Notepad here, just like regular old classic Notepad. I'm sorry, we're not gonna launch it like that. We're gonna right click on it, and then we're gonna run as administrator. Now it's in admin mode. We're gonna go back to the folder. We're gonna click right here, and then we're just gonna copy it, Control C. Then we're gonna go File, Open, and then paste it, just like that. And then we're gonna hit, because it's not showing it because we don't have all the types up. So we're gonna hit All Files. We're gonna click My INI, Open. Now, you're gonna scroll down to the bottom. I believe it's all the way, well, maybe not. Okay, let's see. You know, I could be wrong. Ah, here it is. So it's about a quarter of the way down. It's under server section. You're gonna look for my SQLD, just like the doc says. I should have read the doc that I made. So it's line 75 or 76, but that's if you have lines on there. But just look for my SQLD, and then right below it, you're gonna put event scheduler on just like this, and then you're just gonna save it, just like that, and then you're done. All right. And then after you do that, you're gonna go ahead and go down here. You're gonna type services, and then you are going to scroll down, look for MySQL 5.7, and then you're just gonna hit the restart button, and then you are good to go for that. Oh, whoops, my bad. And so we have MySQL, Heidi, PO Manager. Let's see. WinRAR 7-zip. I prefer WinRAR. It really doesn't matter. Go ahead and install one of those. Now, Visual Studio Code. This tutorial kind of like revolves around it, and we use it a lot. So go ahead and install Visual Studio Code. Once you come to this page, it'll automatically start a download dialog for you, so you can go ahead and download that. I promise you it's worth it if you guys are still using Notepad++ from the old days. You're gonna keep your Notepad++. We're gonna need it anyways. So yeah. So next we're gonna go down to add or remove programs. We're gonna be looking for the Visual Studio redistributables. So just add or remove programs. Wait for it to load, and then you can just hover your mouse over here, scroll down. Now you'll see that I have them because I had to do this already. So 2008, you're gonna want both 64 and x86. I had a problem where when I was trying to install a server one time, I didn't have both of these. I only had either one of them, and it didn't work. I don't know why. I don't know if that's the case for everybody, but I would just go ahead and do it anyways. They're very, very small. All they do is help you. So I will leave a link to these from the official website on Microsoft's website to these either in the description, or I will just have a link to like a Google Drive where I just upload them and you guys can have them. Okay, so just make sure you have all of them installed, and then we're not done with the preps, but after you're done with that, you're gonna want to go ahead and restart your PC. Usually to take all the changes. Again, I'm having you name specific things to specific things it's a preference, but only because later down here I'm going to be referencing all of those things. And so just if you want to follow along, I would highly recommend it. So we're going to open File Explorer. Now I'm not going to do this on my desktop because I don't have enough room on my desktop, but wherever you have room, wherever you want to put it, it's entirely up to you. We're going to go ahead and put it in new volume, and we'll just come over here, and then I like to click on this empty space over here and then hit new and then folder. You can also just hit this button here, and we're going to call it DayZ. I could be, you know what? I'm just going to copy from the doc. So, see, call it DayZ server. New folder, rename. Boom. We made that. Cool. And then the doc says, open your Arma 2 OA directory. And we know how to do that now. So we go to Steam, Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead. And then we manage, browse local files. It's going to pop up down here. Click. And then copy this again. Oh, wait, we're not doing that actually. So we're going to need both of these folders open simultaneously. Yep. And then, yep. So open DayZ server. Yep. Okay. Now, I just want to point out that your folder over here will look different from mine. I have the mods already installed here in the Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead. That's where I would install them if I were you, because we have to port them over here anyways. So you might as well. Just like the Google Docs says, we are now going to copy everything. So open the Arma 2 OA directory and then copy everything in there into DayZ server folder. So we're going to do that. So we're just going to Control A, select everything, open the other folder, and then we're just going to Control C, and then we're going to click over here and Control V. Sorry, I messed up. Control A, Control C, click, Control V. So now it's going to do that, and while it's doing that, we are going to go ahead and read the rest of the doc. So copy everything in there into the DayZ server, open the Arma 2 directory. Now this is the part where people have preferences, one of the parts anyway. So in your batch files that we're going to be running, you can call the directory for this. You don't have to do this step. I do this step so I don't have to do that. It's really up to you. But if you're following along, just go ahead and just go ahead and copy this anyways. So Arma 2 directory, we're gonna go to Steam, Arma 2, okay, manage, and then browse local files. It's gonna pop up down here, and then we're gonna be copying the add-ons folder. Now we are going to wait for this to finish, and hopefully by the time I get to this, I will speed it up, and we'll get there. So. Actually, let's go ahead and take a look at the directory, the thing again. Yep. Okay. So this part's important. We'll go ahead and do this while we're doing that. So the DayZ server config is important. It's extremely important. We are going to go ahead and I know there's a bunch of folders up, but we're going to make a new one anyway. It's okay. And like I said, we're going to do it not in the same drive, and we're in new volume. So we're going to just go to whatever drive you want. A lot of people are recommending you put it in here. I don't like putting things in here specifically. I have Overwatch in here. That's really it. I don't like putting things directly in the C drive. What I mean by directly, I mean in this particular directory of the C drive, which is the main directory. I would rather have you go to like maybe documents or desktop or something like that. That's also in the C drive. So we're gonna put in this other drive here, and let me scroll down. Yeah. So we're just gonna hit File. We're just gonna Control V because I copied the name from the doc. Hit Enter. Beautiful. And then while we're, let's see. Yeah. That's really all we can do at the moment while we're waiting. So we're still in step 2 technically, waiting on that. We haven't done this one yet, and we've done this one. So we're not gonna go any further until the transfer is done. Well, until the copying is done. I guess I can go ahead and upload some files for you guys while we do that, actually. So, DayZ, public archive, and then public folders with you guys, so public archive. There's some files you're gonna need. Let's see. Call this new folder, and we'll call it setup guide files. Okay, open that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and upload some files. Show all files. We're gonna go to here. I'm gonna upload the start bat. Okay. Upload the BattleEye BEAG. Open. Yep. I'm also gonna upload the console debug. Okay. Because we need those files later on. I referenced them in the doc, and you guys don't have them yet. I think we're almost done with that. Nice. Let's see what else. I think that's that. Let's take a quick glance through here real fast. Start.bat, yeah. Prefix, okay. Okay, I think that's it for now. I wonder if I can make this like a checklist that's empty, and then on like your end, you can like check it as you do it. That'd be kind of cool. I don't think so, but that'd be really cool. So where were we? We were at this point here. So we're still on step 2, which is okay. That's not a bad thing. Go ahead and get that set up too. So public archive is going to be on the Epoch forums. Epoch. We'll just go. Yeah, we'll just go wherever. It doesn't matter. So just go home. Forum. And we'll scroll down to Arma 2. Q&A, I think, is the like closest place I was. What is this? Error, please. I don't know if. Nope. Well, either way, you can see newest member. You can click on me, and then you'll click about me, and then you will click on Google Drive, and then that should be there. So get setup guide files is there. So you guys should have access to that as well. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this link and then paste it again just to make sure. Yep. So I'll leave this link in the description of the video. So that way you guys can just go and download the those files. I think I'll just leave the link to this doc and to that Google Drive, to this one, in the description of the video, and then all the links you need, because I don't want to spam the description with like a ton of links that you're gonna need for this. So I'll just leave those in the description. All right, we're done. So let's go ahead and close this. See, Arma 2 operation. All right, we can close that one now. All right, so this is our DayZ server folder now. Let's see. Yep, so everything's there. We'll go ahead and just click and go back into it. Awesome. So now we're gonna go to the next step. So we copied everything in there. Now we're gonna go to add-ons in the Arma 2 directory, which is not right there. It's right here. We're just gonna copy that, and then we close that now. We go back to the server, and we're just gonna paste this in here like that. That one might take a second as well. Let's see what's next. And we made the server config folder. we're gonna go ahead and open up the files I had you guys download. So DayZ default files. Let me go ahead and like just delete this just to like be on the same page as you, because maybe I messed with something. Who knows? Okay. So what you downloaded looks just like this. DayZ Epoch server 107. We're just gonna extract it here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the password. Okay. I just realized that might not work. I did. Cool. So this, we're gonna need this open for a while, at least right now. So let's see. Again, we're gonna wait for add-ons. Man, my hard drive is just chugging. Good God. See, that's the crazy thing, because I know it's an SSD. So that's just weird to me. That's okay. Let's see. I wonder if you guys should be able to access this from there. Yeah. So when it comes to the start bat, I will show you guys how to change it because it's just specified to mine at the moment. But I'll show you guys how to change it when we do that. I wonder if I can edit this or not. I don't think so. Yeah, you can't. That's okay. Let's see, it's almost done. I need to buy some SSDs or some more hard drives, something. Okay, so that's done. Let's go back. So we copied all the add-ons over. We made this DayZ server config in a different drive. And then now open the Epoch server files, which we have open right here. So the Epoch server files, that's what I'm referencing. And then move the DayZ server config into the DayZ server config folder you made. So this one right here, you're just gonna open. And I don't know what drive you guys put this in, but go ahead and open it wherever you put it. And then just do this. Just like that. All right. Now move all the other Epoch server files into DayZ server. So we can go ahead and close that for now. So all of these are gonna go into here. So we're just gonna do this. I'm just gonna do this. What is that? Okay. Keys should already be populated with the Epoch by key, and it is. MP missions, we'll have all of them. Let's see, what's the next step? So we're gonna go to Heidi. Or sorry. So move all the other Epoch files in DayZ server, which we did. Arma 208 server should be there. I say this because if you did the install like I just showed you, you should have a file called this in that folder. So we're gonna go ahead and go back there. DayZ server. And it's right there. So it's just kind of like a check to make sure that we did it correctly. So open Heidi SQL. I have her open already. Let me close her. Now, you're gonna see this, I believe, but you won't see this over here. You're gonna hit new session, and then you'll just name it whatever you want. Actually, I lied. I would go ahead and name it just as I'm telling you here. So new, and then we'll name this to DayZ. Sorry, I spelled that wrong. DayZ server, like that, and then click on it, and then you're gonna sign into the root, which remember that should be the same password as the root that you made when you installed MySQL 5.7. So whatever that is. So click on this, click root, and then see if I remember my own. And I do. So this is what you're going to see when it pops up. So let's see. Where are we? Right here. Awesome. So call it DayZ server, sign in the root. Right click on the DayZ server at the top, create new database. So right click on here, and then create new database. And then we're going to name it, I don't remember. Name it DayZ_DB, which is fine. DayZ_DB. And then we're going to click on collation. And we're going to go find UTF-8 general CI right there. Okay. All right. Now database. I'm just explaining. So now a database named DZDB should have popped up inside the dropdown next to like MySQL and information schema, which is over here. So information schema, and then you have the MySQL. So it's right there. So let's see. So click on it. Over on the right side toward the top, you'll see a blue button that says query, which is this one here. So you're going to click on that. Now it's going to tell you to open the DayZ server folder, which will open. Okay, server folder is open, and then you're going to go ahead and find the SQL folder, and then we're going to drag Epoch, and then we're going to drag the Epoch events into it as well. So I'll do it in the order that the doc shows you. So we have this open. We have Heidi. We're going to go find the SQL folder. We're going to open Heidi. And we are literally going to just, or let's just put this next to Heidi. Sorry, it'd be easier that way. Like this. Like that. So the query tab is open. We're just going to drag Epoch in there. And then I just describe in the doc where the buttons are. So then now that we've dragged that in there, we can go ahead and hit start, execute, and we'll produce one warning. Okay. And then it just tells you again, I just described where the buttons are again to do it for the next SQL. So we're going to go ahead and open this. So the next button here, so the query tab went away and now it's replaced with the name of the SQL that you ran. So you can click right here to open another query. And then you're just going to drag it in there. And then you're going to click play. Produce 7 warnings. Nice. So we should be good with that, with the database. Scroll down. So we're going to open Visual Studio Code. I already have it installed and set up. Let's see. Yeah, I do. So can I open like a new instance without it auto-populating? It does not do that. Can I do it like this? Aha. So you should see this. This is the screen. And I'm just describing on the doc how to go ahead and set it up. So we're going to go to extensions. Now I already have them installed, but this list won't be here. You'll just type in SQF like this. And you're going to grab the one by Vladislav. And you're going to install it. You'll just click install on the button. And you'll look down here, and then you'll install the SQ Flint. All right. And then what's next? So now it's going to tell you how to populate it, how to make a workspace basically. So click on the Explorer icon, and then go ahead and open DayZ server, Epoch server, add-ons. So DayZ server PBO, we're going to unpack it with PBO manager like this. And then we're going to go to MP missions. And then what we're going to do is, I didn't tell you to do this in there, and you don't have to do this if you don't want to. But personally, I prefer to delete all these because we don't need them because we're not using the other maps. So we're only using instance 11 Trinaris. So then you're going to go ahead and right click so the map that you're using, right click and then PBO manager and then pack it into the PBO, not the IFA, the PBO. just like that. And then I think what I'd tell you to do after that, let's see. Yep, add-ons, extract the state server, PBL manager. Yep. So then I tell you to grab this. I tell you to drag it right here. And then you hit trust. And I think I said that too. So trust, yeah. So then so it adds the folder to the workspace. Yep. So now that folder is here. Okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and come back and go to Epoch server and then grab this one, drag it over here, add folder to workspace, and then trust. All right. And then we're gonna go find our other one, which I believe is DayZ server config. And then you're gonna grab this folder and you're gonna drag it over here. So now all of our, we're gonna delete all those. Let's go ahead and do that really fast. So these are the batch files that normally are used to run the server. We're not going to be using, well, honestly, we're not really going to be using them. So, but that's okay. We need the one of the map we're using. All right. You can see that as I was deleting it, it actually was taking them away in VS Code. VS Code is real time, which is awesome. Okay. So now all of everything we need is in here. Untitled workspace. We're going to click on it. We're going to go ahead and file, save workspace as, and we'll name it like, what did I tell you to name it? I don't remember. DayZ code. Yeah, we'll name it DayZ code. That's the workspace name. Just like that. And then we can save it to our desktop. So save. And so now when you open this, so we can close VS, you just have to double click on DayZ code right now. And it should open with those folders already there, just like that. So we have access to all of the things that we need, which is amazing. Awesome. Okay. All right. Next step. Oh, we forgot to hit autosave. Sorry. And then just go to File, and then hit autosave. I already have it on, but yeah, I'll turn it off real quick, and then autosave. Just make sure it's on. Autosave is just such a lifesaver. So like if you're like working on a project, you're making a mod, whatever, and then your power goes out, you lost all of that data. But with VS Code and autosave, every time you make a keystroke change. So if I took that comma out, that's autosaved already. So yeah, don't do that though. Just an example. This is your tabs window over here. Just like clicking stuff. Usually, and then if it doesn't auto-populate more, you can just drag whatever it is, and then you have your tabs. But that's how that works. Okay. So next step, we're gonna, so I say in VS Code because I just want to make sure we're clarified. Click on the config, and then go to 11 Chernarus bat, which we'll do right now. So config, and then 11 Chernarus bat. Okay. Now, let's see. Change the directories to yours. Well, what does that mean? Well, up here, we have config equals C drive. Oh, oops. C drive, DayZ server config, 11 Chernarus. Well, we know that's not right because we know for a fact that where we put that was, sorry, other one was right here. So it's in this folder, and then this is the actual config folder itself that it's referencing right there, right? So we need to open this, and then we need to click on right here, and then copy it, and then we need to paste it here, like this. Boom. So now we're changing the directories to what it actually needs to be. Okay, same thing here. So DayZ server config, and then paste, and then again, same thing. Just find all of these and make sure we're making them the right thing. And then that should be it. Should be good to go. And remember, we don't have to hit file save now. We have autosave on. So those changes, they're good now. We're good to go. So next, where were we? Yeah, I was just telling you guys those places to change it. All right, so now open 11 Trinara CFG. So CFG. And then you can change the host name. This is the name that pop up on the server list. So I just like to name it test server. And then we could put a password on it of like period while we're testing, because it's just easy to hit period and then the enter key to enter the game. You're gonna want to change the admin password, by the way. I'm gonna leave it right there, right, like for now, but go ahead and change it whenever you can. You can change how many players. I wouldn't touch the ports because that's what we port forwarded for. Let's see. Okay. So change the name, and then open DayZ server config. Put the start bat inside of it. So that's the link I'm gonna have in the file. So you're just gonna right click and then download, or you can just click here and then right click on this and hit download and download everything. But I already have that file myself, of course. You know what? I'm gonna do it right in front of you. Screw it. Download. Come on. Beautiful. Okay. So we're gonna cancel that. We will put it. We'll just put it here for now. That's fine. Actually, it's all good. So download. Waiting for it to zip. I should have zipped it before I uploaded. That's okay though. So we'll just go ahead and put it wherever we were, which is right in here, right here. Save. And then we'll just open that. So now it's right here where we were working. We'll just extract here. All right. Go ahead and delete this. So it says place the start bat inside of the config folder. So let's go ahead and open this, start bat, and we'll just copy it, or we can move it. It really doesn't matter. We can grab it. We can drag it right there like that. So now the start bat's here. Next, in the VS Code, top left, click terminal, new terminal. Okay. And so we're going to go to the top left. We're going to click on terminal. So top left, just to show you, guys, like to go up here, and then terminal, and you're going to hit new terminal. And then it says to go ahead and click on the DayZ server config that drops down from here. That's just what it specifies. I kind of tried to word it that way, so that way you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. You can also hit Control Shift and then tilde, or yeah, I think that's tilde. New terminal, and then click on config. Awesome. So this terminal window popped up, and you're just gonna type start for whenever we want to start the server. So let's go back, because I don't believe we're ready yet. Oh, I'm sorry. We also need to change the batch file. So this was wrong. Change the directories in the start bat before you start it. Okay, cool. Now, what that means is go to VS Code, go ahead and click on server, and then click start bat. So this is a lot of stuff to look at, and I understand that. So server root is going to be the path to your server folder. So, and we know that to be right here, DayZ server. So we're just going to double click up here. We're going to copy it. Wherever you put this is what you're going to change this to. So you're going to do this just like that. And remember, you're going to have the slashes at the ends. And then server config is to the config file. So we know how to get that now. So we'll go grab that, which is here. And then click and then copy. And then again, just paste it just like that. And then this one, if you installed PBO Manager earlier, just as you were supposed to, well, in the way that I was telling you to, you shouldn't have to change this one. This one should be fine. Now, we're going to change the BattleEye, so we're just going to grab this and then paste. All right. And then we're going to scroll down to down here. Go ahead and take this part out. This is something I was testing. I'm so sorry for leaving this in there. Go ahead and take that part out. And then down here, we have the configs we need to change again. So all we need to do is grab where we know the config is needed and then paste again. And again, config, paste. And then one last time, I believe, is right here. Oh, whoops. It's okay to make mistakes, guys. Everybody does it. So we're just gonna grab from here, actually. Okay. So those should all be fixed. Don't edit this here. This should be fine. All right. So now that's saved. That's good. And then let's see. That should be that. I could be wrong. I missed extremely important step. Extremely important step. So when you opened Heidi, and I need to add this to the doc, I'll do that right now. I was wrong about the database thing. Well, not quite wrong. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. At what point do we put the config in here? Heidi SQL. I'll go ahead and do it while we're in. So yeah, I missed extremely important steps. Extreme. Wow, I feel dumb. I'm so sorry. Okay, I lied. Okay, so click on DayZ underscore database while in Heidi. So we're gonna go ahead and click on DayZ database, and we're gonna click on the little people icon. Manage user authentication privileges. Click on the people icon. I'll just do it and then I'll put it all in there afterward. I'm sorry. So click on this, click on the people icon, and we're gonna make a new user. This is gonna be for the server. So I would call it. I already have one there. That's okay. We'll call it new server. Oh my goodness, new. Gee. New server. We're gonna make a password of 1234, and then click here. Oh no, don't click there. I'm sorry. Click add object, and then click DayZDB, and then click OK, and then hit the check marks so that it has everything, and then hit save. Okay. Now we need to copy this. Now let's go to VS Code, and you're gonna go to Hive EXTINI. Now this is where you're gonna configure your database stuff for the server. So go ahead and leave the port alone. Don't touch any of these. The only ones we're gonna touch is database, username, and password, right? So we know that the database name is DayZ underscore DB. And then the username we just copied. And then whatever password, which was 1234. So now this is how the server will connect to Heidi, to the database, and then add everything. And also, we already went and added these, I believe. Yeah, we did. So we're going to click on the refresh button. And then we're going to go ahead and close Heidi. And we're going to reopen her. The server, root, and then whatever your root password was. Don't share it with anybody. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. So as you can see, after we went ahead and did those queries, it auto-populated with the server stuff. So that's awesome. Okay. So sorry about that. We needed to do that. That was my fault. So And then we can go back down to where I told you to start the server, which is right in here. Right in here. So basically, I'm telling you to open this. So go to the terminal, and you're going to type start, just like that. Okay? And then you're going to go ahead and hit enter. So if you get this error, that's fine. I'm glad we found that. Windows cannot find Arma2 OA server.exe. Make sure you type the name correctly and then try again. So that means it's not getting the direct path, the correct path to the server folder. So let's go back and then click on DayZ server. Control C. Let's go back to the start bat. Now CD is server root, which is right here. Let's see. Let's see here. So I could be wrong on this one needing the slash, but I don't think I am. Let's see. Let's look at the other ones really fast. Norris bat. We're not even using this one actually, to be honest with you. We're only using the CFG and then the start bat. Now, let's go ahead and make sure that we are doing this correctly in VS Code as well. So DayZ server config, which I believe that's correct. So DayZ server config. Yep. So that's correct. So I believe, let's take this off and see if that's the problem. I don't remember if that's the problem. I don't think that's the problem, but again, I could be wrong. Who knows? So let's go ahead and try it again. Windows cannot find Arma2OA server.exe. Make sure you type the name correctly and try again. So, I love this game. I freaking love this game. Let's go to basic.cfg. No. Let's see. So I don't think the problem. I don't think the problem is that we're in a different drive. It shouldn't be. It should be fine. CD server root. I mean, we'll go ahead and do CD. I mean, that shouldn't be a problem though. Let me go look at mine that's working at the moment really fast. DayZ server. I mean, yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. I don't think. I just do this. One second. The weird thing is that it should work. Because we have the Arma 2OA. Let's see. Where's DayZ server? DayZ server's right here. Because it is here. The exe is here. So what that makes me think is that it's not seeing this folder, or it's not accessing this folder. Maybe that's might be possible. So what we'll do is go here, and we'll go ahead and just change where our config folder is and put it in this drive. I don't think having it in a separate drive should matter, but we'll go ahead and see what happens because I've had this error before and I don't remember how I fixed it. I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure it was just that it didn't know where it was supposed to be, or it couldn't find this, right? Which means it doesn't know what, we have the wrong path or something. That's like 99% of the time what the problem is. Let's go ahead and start it actually without, before we do that, let's go ahead and start it. Sorry, not there. From here. Yeah. So that is the problem. So let's go to DayZ server really fast. DayZ server 2. So, I mean, yeah, it's the right file. So yeah, let's go ahead and put the config, like literally this whole thing, cut, and then we're gonna go ahead and paste it into the same in here. Paste. Oh, that's right, because we have it open in VS, so we can close VS. I think that's all we have it open in. We can close IE. We can close DayZ Launcher. Yeah, yeah, we should be okay now. So let's see. Paste. Uh-oh. Hey man. Yeah. Okay. So cut, paste. Sorry. Oh, it's there now. That's weird. Let's go and delete that. Paste. Here we go. So it's right next to it now, which is fine. But now we have to go change all those things again. So we're just gonna click on DayZ code, and then we're gonna have to remove this one from the workspace, and then we're gonna have to re-add it back from over here, wherever that is. It's right there. Drag that in there. Add folder workspace. Yes. Cool. Now we need to edit the start bat again and change the drive letters. So what we'll do is just open this and then /R for all the configs. So the config is /R, R, let's see, R, R, R. Yeah, we know that. Thank you. Okay, that should be it. Let's see here. I think we're okay. Yep. It's fine. CFG is fine. Okay. So now let's try it. So now that we've opened VS again, we have to open a new terminal again. New terminal. And then R DayZ server config. And then start. Aha. So apparently the problem is that you cannot have the config file out of the same drive. Even though in Jason's old video he told you to do that, but we literally all we did was change that. So go ahead and just rename it into some other folder. Instead of putting it in a different drive, you can put it in the same drive, but I would name it something more obscure. Just as a security caution. So the server's up, and we're gonna go ahead and open the game. For some reason, it shows as running in Steam when your server's up. And so these hours, I've added probably 150 hours in the last 2 weeks just from having the server up. So I'm going to go ahead and open the game by going to the game files and then BE. So we're going to open the game and test it to see if it worked. And it should be called test server with a password of period. If that's not the case, then something's wrong. Um, Waiting for my game to load. Goodness gracious. If you have a brand new machine and your drives are empty and you put it in the same drive, it's fine, both of them. Um, if you have an empty drive though on the machine you're using and this is your machine that you're going to be running from, go ahead and put it in the empty drive. Like just it's so much easier to deal with things like that when you have an empty drive. Good lord. All right. So make sure that on your game you have your mod order in this order. So you need these two here, and then Epoch, and then Arma 2, and then Operation Airhead. So just make sure it's in this order with nothing else enabled. So multiplayer, test, and then period, and then we're gonna hit OK, and we're gonna see if it lets us in to our brand new Arma server, our brand new Arma 2 DayZ Epoch server. Now it says wait for host. Let's go ahead and open this. Right. So this is the server console. I like to look at this while it's running because it says mission red right now. Now, and here in a few seconds, there it is. So this is the stuff publishing to the database. I think this is actually getting from the database, and then here in a second, it's going to start putting all the stuff that's publishing to the database. So if we go back to game, it'll be retrying authentication. If it keeps doing that, because we don't have any problems, there we go. Now we should be getting in the game. Yeah, so once you see that, you're definitely in the game. We are now in DayZ Epoch 107. We have no admin tools, no nothing, but just this is it. So if you're wondering how I'm alt tabbing like instantly, I can show you guys how to do that here in a minute. Awesome. So let's go ahead and leave. All right. Disconnect. All right, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and turn the server off, which is fine. Now we're gonna come back. So remember, this workspace is like your godsend. It's just the most amazing thing ever because you don't have to go and like open Notepad++ and do all these other things. So what do we want to change? We can change the name. We can call it Robbie's test server. Okay. Now, what's the next thing on the notepad? Let's see. So the server did start. If you have any problems, yeah, let me show you that. I think we can close all these actually. And go to DayZ server config, BattleEye. Sorry, not BattleEye. Arma 2 OA server RPT will always come up after you've ran the server. So click on it. And this is where you're going to be looking for errors and warnings and stuff like that. Again, all this published stuff is just the server. The server is publishing everything. So we're going to control F, and that's the find function. We're going to type warning, and then we're going to hit the down arrow, or you can hit enter, and it'll take you to another warning. Okay. This cleanup player not found was because I left the server and there wasn't any players to clean up. We're going to type in error. Now, this right here is so initialize the Steam servers, which means this is right when the server started, and you'll always get this error right when the game starts, like right as it started. So don't worry about that. So go through those, and that's it. Those are the only warnings. So everything should be working properly. That's awesome. So you're going to be looking at the Arma. This is the server RPT. And if you have a problem server side, this is usually where it'll be. If you have a problem game side, however, where you're going to go is you are going to go to, let me see if I'm right on this. Yeah. So I'll show you how to manually get there. So you're going to open this. You're going to open File Explorer. Percent app data. Percent. And then it took you here. You're going to go back one folder. So app data, local, Arma 2, Operation Arrowhead. And then this RPT here, which I'll just open with code is fine. This RPT, good lord, it's massive because it's just every time. So this RPT is your game RPT. You want to delete this every now and then. So we have some errors here, but these like bones and stuff like that, those don't matter. You're going to want to delete this every now and then. And so if you remember, so we could go here and just click delete. Or, because we're in VS Code and we have live auto-saving changes, we can Control A, backspace. That's it. That's all we had to do. So if we open this again, open with code, nothing's there because we just deleted everything in there. Awesome. Now, the start bat that we have, I'm going to close all these so it's easier to see. So the start bat actually goes ahead and it deletes the RPT for you, so that way this one doesn't get spammed as well every time you restart. Let's see. What's the next thing on the list? So, yep. If you get an error that says includes blah 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 GUI description HPP not found, go to 11 Trinara CFG, which is this guy here, and make sure that this here is typed exactly as the folder name you have. So if you download, like, maybe you downloaded a different one, maybe you went and found a different mission folder for it, you need to name it whatever that is to the same name, or else it will not read the mission file, and therefore you will get that error. So just go ahead and forewarning. And then if you do that and it runs, but you put in a specific name for the server, so like up here, if you put this, like if you change this here and it runs and it does not have this name for your server when you run the server, then that means it's not reading this config file. Do you see what I'm saying? And so something else is also wrong there. So you're gonna want to go to your start bat, make sure all of your directories are the right directories. I can't stress that enough. That's caused many of the headaches. All right, so back here, we just talked about that. So editing the server, if you've made it this far, and we have successfully loaded into a working server, we can start modding it. However, again, as you read here, make backups, guys. Make backups for sure. Like, honestly, it's so important to make backups. So I'm gonna show you right now. DayZ server. We're just gonna name this just so it's right next to them. DayZ server backups. And then we'll go back, and it should be right there. And then we're gonna make a folder in here. I like this naming convention, so we're gonna do mission, and then we'll do server. And so we'll come over here, we'll go to the server, we'll go to mission, and then so this PBO here is the one that's working. So we're just gonna copy it. We're gonna go back to the backups, mission, paste it. And then I like to name it something like working no mods version 1 or something like that. Or actually we can name it default. It really doesn't matter, just so you remember defaults. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and go grab the other one. DayZ server server PBO, copy, and then back here to the backups, server, paste. And then I literally like to name it the exact same. So like working no mods defaults. So we'll go to server, paste it, and then we'll rename it working no mods defaults. So that way, if you need to restore your server to a previous version that maybe you messed it up or whatever, you can just grab both of these and put them in their respective folders. Okay? So that's big advice. All right. So remember, after making edits or mods, make sure you run the start command because the start back will repack the PBOs for you. So you don't ever really have to click, PBO this thing again. Not normally, anyways. So, all right, we're gonna do some value edits, which is just editing the default stuff that comes with Epoch. So to do that, we will need to use PBO Manager. Close this. We're gonna open the server, wherever it's at. It's right there. Just make sure, yep, server. We're gonna open Epoch this time. We're gonna double click, add-ons, and then DayZ code. I don't think that should be there already, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and delete it. So this is what yours should look like. You'll scroll down until you find DayZ code, and then you'll right click, and then PBO Manager, extract to. It's going. Good Lord, that takes so long. I wonder why. Anyway, so now you have this folder. Just sort it by that. No. Sort it by name. There we go. So now you're going to drag this folder over here. Add to workspace. Yes. And then we're going to open our instance, our 11 Chernarus. We are going to go ahead and go to init. Now you can make a lot of changes here to the values here. How many ever you want, really. I'm going to show you how to make your own overwrites right now. So we're going to just click on Chernarus. We're going to right click. Actually, let me show you how to get there first. So we have config variables, and it is under DayZ code. So we're going to go to Chernarus 11. We're going to right click and hit new folder. We're going to name it this. We're just going to use the same naming convention. It just seems easier. DayZ code. We're going to go down one. We're going to make a new file, and we'll call it config variables. .sqf, just like that. We're going to click on this one. Control A, Control C. Click on this one. Control V. All right. And then in the DayZ code folder, we're going to make another folder. We're going to call it init. We're going to go to init down here. And remember, this one here is from the actual Epoch, and we don't change anything in there. We just copy it 2 hours and change it over there. We can't touch this, okay? So then init, and then we have variables. And in init, we're going to go ahead and make a new file, call it variables. .sqf. Remember .sqf, it's important. So we're going to click on this one, Control A, Control C, click on this one, and Control V. Now, from there, we should be able to close this. So we're going to go ahead and right click on this one, and then hit remove folder from workspace, just so you don't get confused. All right, I'm going to close all these really quick. So now we have DayZ code, config variables, and now we have variables. So now to call these, before we edit them, we're going to go call them. And to do that, we're going to go to description, init. We're going to scroll down here to right about in this area here. So in here, so around line 90, you see it has Z add-ons. Z add-ons is just a call to the server itself. So this is the default ones. And all we're going to do is copy this line and then paste it below it. And then paste it again. Now, we're going to go ahead and take off the Z add-ons part with the backslashes, because now without that, it's going to be looking in whatever file it's in, which is the instance 11 Chernarus file, or folder, and it's going to see DayZ code, and it's going to go inside DayZ code. It's going to find the init folder we just made, which is right there, and then it's going to see variables, which is right there. So now let's go back, and then we are going to go ahead and do this again. And this time we're not in the init folder, and this is called config variables. Oh, I messed that up. All right. So this is the file we made to overwrite the values we want to change. They both are. They just have different things in them, and so you can. We're gonna look through that right now. So we're gonna click config variables, and we're just gonna scroll up. And something I like to change is turning the global blinkers on. So true. Let's see. Spawn shore mode. I like to spawn inland. I don't like shore mode that much. And then let's see. Scroll down. This is where it gets good. So 2 primaries is fine. Let's see. Maximum global Zs. Remember, this is client side. And I think reducing this will change the amount of zombies that can spawn on your client, not on the server. So like, let's say the server has 8,000 zombies, only 1,000 of those will be spawned on your end, on like total on the map. I like quick switch. We'll test that when we get in. And then para spawn, we'll test that also. So true. Self transfuse, I like self transfuse, so we'll set that to true. And then this one I like to change just the infection rate. I don't like the fact there's an infection rate. I don't want to get sick from blood bagging myself. So I think that's all we'll change for now. Actually, I lied. So altitude meter, true. Open shoot, yeah, that's fine. Do it at 4K. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and just leave everything else. Yeah, we'll leave everything else fine. We'll go ahead and turn on zombie coins. So zombies can have from $5 to $1,000. That's fine. We'll go ahead and leave everything else. Actually, I lied. So we'll turn on the group system. True. And that's that. So then we'll go to the other one, which is there's just so many to change. But you'll just go through and you'll find the ones that you want to change. I mean, really, it's honestly preference. Some of these you don't need to change or touch. Like these here, you don't touch those. They don't really do anything for you. Let's see, but DayZ auto run, you can turn that on. I like that one. But yeah, just go through here and set your heart's content. Now, we've made these changes. We're ready to go. And we can go ahead and hit up, start. And it's going to repack the PBO. It's going to restart the server for us. And we're good to go. That's all you have to do. So once we load in, we're going to go get some zombies to kill us. And then we'll respawn and see if it lets us respawn in the air. So, and then we'll also get some guns and see if it lets us quick switch, just to make sure that everything that we are doing is working. So the server is up. Game, test server. I didn't hit the period key because I'm stupid. And then you can hit enter. And you see the mission file is even bigger now because we added things. And that will just continuously happen as you add things to the server. Or as you add things to the mission file, exactly. So now I like to just alt tab, I said. And I like to just watch. Just to make sure. That's pretty quick. It's not there yet. It's still probably going to be authenticating when we come back over here. Yeah, authentication. So people have different times for how long this takes. So for me, it takes like 40 seconds sometimes. It really depends. We're going to go. You can't drown yourself, I don't think. And then we have like a flare and like we have nothing. Ah, that's right, because we didn't turn that on either. That's my fault. So we need to go find some zombies. If I was you, I would just turn on 2 times speed until I get over here on the video. Okay, let's keep going. Just to the nearest house, basically. We'll go to that one. I think that's a little warehouse. There's definitely gonna be zombies in there. Because I don't think the suicide command is default Epoch or default. All right, go ahead, kill me. Okay, come on. There we go. You can finally see. Oh, whoops. They're finally starting to do some damage. Come on, guys. Come on. There we go. We're bleeding. All right. Oh, there we go. I have died. Nice. You have perished. And then hit enter and then respawn. Select your gender. And as you can see, it already made the changes. We parachute spawned. We don't have a map or anything in our inventory still. We'll go ahead and see if we can get lower to the ground before we start to. We have random skins on. That's part of Epoch now. There's a bunch of different new skins. I'll go ahead and do that while we're waiting. So if we go up here, I don't remember which one it's in. I think it's this one. Yeah. So right here, all player classes have access to all of these skins. So this is a really long list of skins that's just random. It'll choose for you to spawn with. You can change this to just the one. You can do that however you want to do that, honestly. All right, we are getting. I still can't see the ground, which I don't like. I like seeing the ground. Go ahead and pull shoot, and we'll go down and loot some buildings. Let's see, where are we anyway? We're on the coast, of course. At the hospital? No, that's the church, I think. Yep. I like to just do circles to get down fast. Or at least circles to get down fast where I'm at. So if I want to land like over here, I'm going to keep turning. And I'm going to turn back. I wish turning was easier in the parachute, to be honest. Would be nice. And then I'm going to turn back. Again, I just like to do circles if I want to land like relatively close to what I want. We might have pulled it a little too high. That's okay though. I mean, really, it's not going to be a big deal. Okay, we'll go over here. Oh, the lighting's doing that. Maybe because it's morning? I'm not sure. It's kind of a neat effect though. Alright. We have landed, and we threw a thing for some reason. Alright. Let's go loot real quick. See if we can get anything. See if there's anything in here. There's a gas can, some bricks, hashtag bricked up, the sledgehammer head. Let's just go loot a little bit and grab 2 guns and then just make sure that quick switch is on. Oops. There we go. That zombie is running at my ass. Whack. Bro, I can't even defend myself. Fuck off. Literally, I can defend myself. Oh, fuck. I don't want to get trapped in by them. Because they will just walk into the door you're at and then just like, oh, wow. Ooh. Oh, yeah, they're a lot more aggressive. Um, Good lord. I was gonna loot. But man, they are not letting me. I don't want to die though. Nope, that's not a real door. I think it's right here. There we go. No guns. Wow. There's another thing, I guess. Still no guns. I should have grabbed one of those crowbars. Anyways, we can see that it worked because we parachuted in. That's one of the value edits we made. If I was to kill one of these guys if I could. So yeah, we know that it works. We're good to go. We'll go ahead and close the server. How long has this been going for? I don't know. So, what's the next thing on the list? So we made the value edits. If you want the traders to be configured for the coins, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here and we're gonna go to, let's see, what did I tell you to do? Yeah, I remember now. So you're gonna go to here, and then you're going to description ext, and then there is a line, there is a like error line here, but it should be fine. I wouldn't worry about it. And you see how this is commented out? We're gonna take these off here and then put them up here like that. And this now we should have the server traders for the coins. Let's see. So that should be good on that. Adding map edits. So like the rest of this really you can do alone. I don't need to show you that. This is really, really simple. But basically, let me just go grab one. Because I tell you here to like watch my YouTube video on how to make your map edits. Let me just go grab one of my actual edits from my server. We'll grab the oil rig. Let's do this really fast. Let's see. Yeah, so go to DayZ server, and then right click, and then new folder, and we'll call it custom buildings. And then in there, we're gonna go ahead and add another file, and we'll call it oil rig dot or underscore rig dot sqf, just like that. And then we'll actually open the oil rig, copy paste everything, and then boom, just like that. And then, so we're gonna click on server again. We're gonna right click, new file, and we'll name this file build.sqf. So in build.sqf, we are going to run, let's see, I'll show you that in a second. So init server functions, and then right around, let's see. So before the player logs in, so like right under the loot thing, we can do that. So we'll do build our custom map edits before player spawns. So we'll call exec VM, and then we'll do what's it called? So we'll do this, and then we're gonna do, because Z add-ons is a reference to the server and we're in the server, so we're gonna do Z add-ons. And then I'm pretty sure I put in there an example. Yeah. Let's see. Right here. Sorry, my bad. It's gonna be like this. So we'll do this. So include Z add-ons. Remember, we're in the server folder, which is this one. And then DayZ server. Or sorry. So Z add-ons is a reference to the place, and then DayZ server, and then build.sqf. And so that's just gonna call this one. And then in this one, we're gonna do, I'm just gonna copy it. We're gonna do exec VM. And so this right here, oh my bad. So this here, right here, is an example of if you made a Balata add-on, but instead we have oil rig. So you're just gonna put oil underscore rig, and then you'll just keep whatever, how many ever edits you make, you'll just keep pasting these here. I like to have them there. Something else I'd like to do, and this is for when we add the admin tools, is I like to go to the folder or the file itself. I'm sorry. So custom buildings, oil rig, and then I just grab one of these like this. So one of the whatever object, one of the objects positions, and then I go back to build, and then in here I put that there. That's gonna be for admins. It's gonna be really helpful for admins to TP to when they get into the server. So that's what I like to do. And so now when we spawn in, the oil rig will be out in the ocean. But we don't have admin tools, so we won't be able to test it. So yeah, so that's how you add your own custom map edits. All right. So now adding third-party mods like Wicked AI and stuff. Like I described here, you're gonna want to just go to their, so Worldwide Sorrow. He has a Wicked AI. He's the one who made it, I believe. So Wicked AI, and then there's a README right here, and you'll just installation instructions. You'll just read all this, and you'll configure it how they say to. Okay. So that's third party. Now, if this is not gonna be a public server, that you like are gonna host like forever, and you're only gonna play with your friends, go ahead. You don't have to worry about the rest of the BattleEye stuff. We can still install the admin tools, but you don't have to worry about the BattleEye stuff. So if that is the case, you'll go to DayZ server config, CFG, BattleEye, and set it to 0, and make a really good password. We are going to be using it though. So we are going to go ahead and go download. Let's see. So let's see, what did I say? I said before. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna be adding BattleEye exceptions. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and head to VS Code real quick and go to BattleEye and then scripts.log. So we do have some scripts already running. This is just all default stuff, by the way. I wouldn't worry about it at the moment. So we're going to be adding the admin tools, and I'll talk about the I might make that a separate video, actually. No, you know what? Fuck it. We're doing it here. I don't care. It's going to be like an hour-long video. Who cares? All right. So we're going to follow this. All right. So as you can see, 107 plus. Awesome. We're going to download it. Download zip. And we will just put it wherever we have the server, right here. So config, we'll just put it right here. Save that. We'll open it. And then we will extract it. Now, I like to, if you have another monitor, you can do this, but I only have one right now. But what you can do is just click on the README, and VS Code will actually open that. We can close all others, by the way. So VS Code will actually open the README, so you can do the installation instructions from here, or you can have this open and read them from here. It really doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and set this up. Basically in here, I just tell you to read it and like set it up that way. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and do it all together, because why not? All right. So installation. Copy the anti-hack folder into your DayZ server folder. Okay, we can do that. So we are gonna need this open, and then we should be able to just do it into here. So server anti-hack server. Let's see. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I believe that I did that wrong. And I did. I'm sorry. Remove folder from workspace. Let's see. And then drag here. And then copy folder. Okay. So then we have it in the server. Alright, so step 2 is done. Step 3. In Z add-ons, DayZ server, init server functions SQF. So we know where that is. So we know init and then server functions. So it's going to open up over here. In find this, so we're going to find this. So we're just going to control C. We're going to control F. And then we're going to hit control V. And so it's right there at the very top. Okay. Below it, add this. So we're just going to control C. This. Up here. And right below it, add that. And then anytime I make edits to the default files, I like to do admin tools mod. And then anytime like I go to a file and I wonder if I've edited the file, I just do this and then I type mod. And then it shows up right there. All right. So next, remove the following line. Include mission check. So include mission check.sqf. So we're gonna find this. Control C. And then Control F. So it says to remove it. I'm not actually gonna remove it, but I'm gonna turn it off with that. And then what's next? Step 4. In Z add-ons, DayZ server system scheduler shed ink. So we're gonna go to system scheduler and then shed ink. Shed sync, sorry. I said shed ink, my bad. Shed sync. Okay. What are we doing here? Find this. So remember, we're just gonna keep copying and copying, Control F, and then paste. So right there is where they want us to look. And then below it, add this. Okay. Control C. So right below it, we'll do that. All right. And then copy the anti-hack HPP into the root of your mission folder. Now, I could be wrong, but we'll see. Let me go check something really fast. Let me check mine really fast, basically, is what I'm saying. So I did it right. And yeah, okay, just making sure. So we'll go ahead and grab this and then antihack.hpp. So we're going to close this and then open this. And we are going to go ahead and just drag right there. All right, just like that. You can close that. We don't need to open it. I think we're done with this as well. So in description.ext, and we know exactly where that is. So we're going to go here. And then we're going to go find this. So remember, find, and then you always read this part because it'll be below, it'll be above, it'll be, just remember to read this as well. Don't just skim by it. Control C, Control F. All right. And then readme, below it, add this. But because we changed the other one, we're just going to put it at the bottom. So right here. Again, admin, tools, mod. All right. And then in init SQF, so it's assuming we're still in the same folder. So init SQF, find DayZ hack underscore anti-hack equals 1. I know where that's at personally because I've seen it a million times. It's right here. And they said change it to 0. Yep. So 0. And then we're going to scroll down. Note that DayZ REC. So you can ignore this line here. So find the line that starts with this. So we're going to copy this. We're going to go in it. Control F. Control V. So that he says the line it starts with because everyone's map will be different. So you might not be on Trinaris, you might be on Taviana, or insert other map here. So the reason that's why he says starts with. And then cut and paste it below this line. So we're gonna actually Control C this line. And then okay. So he said to take this line, cut it, which is Control X, and then go up here to this line and paste it below it, like that. Okay. And then copy the anti-hack DLL, INI, and JSON DLL into your server's root folder. So this is your server's root folder. So we're gonna go over here, and we'll find our server, DayZ server. So this folder here. And we will go over here, and then we'll click DLL. We're gonna hold Control, click INI, and then hit this one as well. And then we will grab these and put them there. As you see, they are all there now. All right. So we did that. We're on step 9. Adjust the settings in the intent I hack, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is the important part here. So I'll show you how to set it up in a second, but we're going to do this one. So in DayZ server, anti-hack, you're going to click on config. And you're going to scroll down. I like to grab this to scroll down with. And you're going to find underscore missions. You can also just Control F it. So Control F underscore missions. Mission files. So this is what they're talking about. So what you're going to do is you're going to come back to this. And what you're going to want to do there is come over here. You need to be in your config. Let's see, where's our config? Config. Or am I wrong about that? I'm pretty sure that's right. Oh, I'm sorry. It goes in your mission folder. I'm so sorry. So you're gonna go to DayZ server, and then it goes in here. And or sorry, not in here. In here. It goes in here. So we're just gonna copy it, paste it, and then run it. Okay, and then close it, and then take it out of that folder because we don't need it in there anymore. Okay, so now we're gonna come over here. All we did was run it, and what we're gonna do, and I'm just gonna do this to show you. So what it does is it takes everything from this bracket to this bracket, and then it copies that to your clipboard of what you need. So whenever you go to change this, so every time you add mods, you're going to want to do this. You come back to this file and then, run that exe again. And then you're just going to grab from here to here. And then you hit Control V. And it auto pastes all of your things. So it pasted that we have a custom variable script and then we have a custom config variable script. Because that's the only thing we've changed. You're going to want to do this every time because if someone joins your server with these exact scripts, it's fine. But if they join with different ones, it's hacks usually and they will kick you. It'll kick them, which is a good thing. But you have to remember to do this. Okay. So I believe that's that. I could be wrong. Scroll down. Yes. So that's it for that. We'll set it up real quick. We're just going to go back to config actually at the very top. So right here, we're just going to uncomment this one. So because this is a good example. You're going to go to, oh, sorry. Because this is an array and there's nothing else in the array, we have to take out the comma because it's the only thing here. So that's why it was erroring. We're going to go to Steam. You're going to click on your name and then account details. And then you're going to click Steam ID and you're going to highlight it and then Control C and then paste it right here. So now I'm an admin on my server, which is what you want. And then the different levels of admin is here, and you can go look through them and see what they can do, and then you just add your admins in here, just like this. Okay. So that's good. Now the hard part, BattleEye. BattleEye is such a pain in the ass, man. And then, so let's see. Scrub a little bit. You're really gonna want to read. I send a link in here somewhere. I think it was this one. You're gonna really. Oh, that's not it. My bad. It's gonna be. It's gonna be up here, I think. Right here. Here it is. You're gonna want to read this. So just read this. This is how BattleEye filters work, and you just want to read this and you want to reread it until you can kind of understand it, and then we'll go back to the stuff. So let's go ahead and add a. Let's add. So what we need to do is open via Notepad++. Good thing we already have it open. Close all unchanged. So we have it open. We're gonna go ahead and go over here. And we're gonna go to BattleEye. We're gonna close all these because I don't like everything just there. BattleEye. And then scripts.txt. And then Control A, Control C, and then Control V. Alright. So everything being 5 means that you will get kicked. And because we just added the admin tools, we're going to get kicked for teleporting and for flying and all the things you can do as admin, you're going to get kicked for. Because we haven't added the exceptions to the filters yet. And so what we're going to do is we're going to click anywhere on this line, the second line, we're going to click start recording. And then we're going to hit the home button. So my cursor went back to the beginning. And we're going to hit the right arrow key, backspace, and then press 1. and then down arrow key. And then we're going to stop recording. And I think it's 85 times we have to do that. So we're going to click on run macro 85 times and then run. So as you can see, it literally went and changed all of them to 1, which is what we wanted. And then we're just going to hit Control A, Control C. We'll leave this open and then Control V. So now as you can see, they're all 1s, which is exactly what we wanted. And then we're going to go to public variable as well. Change this guy to a 1. We're going to go to create vehicle. And I believe it's the top one. Could be wrong. And if you think you're wrong, just Control A, Control C. Take it over here, Control V. And then because we're still in the same instance of Notepad, the one that remembers that macro we made, we can just click this. And as you can see, it's going down, and then it's changing them just like that. Control A, Control C. The reason we're doing it this way is because I haven't found a way to have macros in VS Code yet. I'm sure there is, but I haven't found it. And I think there's another one. Let's see. Set variable, I believe, as well. So again, Control A, Control C, Control V, and then just boom. And then Control A, Control C. So this is like a really quick way to change them to 1s that I found that I really like. I don't think these ones kick you. Okay. I think that's it for the most part. So now what we're going to do is we're going to run the server. And remember, we shouldn't get kicked for almost anything. There might be a couple kicks left in there, but we shouldn't get kicked for anything. And what we're doing is logging everything that the admins do, and then we're going to go make exceptions for those things. But before we do that, we're going to go down. We're going to go open the folder we downloaded, which I think is right. Let's see, it's right. Config. It's in setup add files. So the BEAEG. We're going to copy this. Copy. We're going to go to BattleEye and paste it in the BattleEye folder. Okay. So now we're not going to touch this yet. Not quite yet. We're going to go ahead and run the server. So we're just going to, down here, we're going to click, instead of debug or any of that, we'll click terminal. Click up arrow, start. So now the server is starting up, sorry. How long has this been going for? 2 hours. I mean, hey, that's what it takes. All right, server started. All right, so Robbie's test server, period. Hopefully I don't get kicked immediately, but we'll see. Enter. Yeah, it's all, there's way more stuff now. We're gonna go ahead and watch this just to make sure, because it will tell us here in the server console if I get kicked fast. All right, so that's good. The kick should happen soon if it's going to. I don't think it's going to. It should be fine, but there might be a couple left in there. It should be okay though. So again, we're just waiting for it to. Oh, there we go. So we actually did spawn in, and this time it spawned us with some stuff based on the admin tools. So as you can see, we have this really big long list of stuff. This is the admin menu. And just like Jason said before with the old tools, you're just gonna want to like click everything. So just, click on it, just, click it all, turn it on, turn it off, just everything. Visibility. Just turn on everything. These lag you though because you're turning on markers for literally everything on the map. And I'll show you that right now. So here's the map, and now we have all this stuff all over the map because it's telling you where every single vehicle is on the map, which isn't a bad thing. Though I'm going to turn those all off because that's really laggy. Okay. All right. So we're just going to do some stuff. Um, we'll do. First, we'll do God mode. We do need that. God mode is on. And zombies are still fast. I forgot that I don't have a gun. We'll just spawn ourselves a gun. So, weapon menu. Click continue. Click on the person. And then spawn with mags, target spawning. And then just find the gun you want. It really doesn't matter. We'll just grab this one. So as you can see, it gave us some mags because we had turn on mags. And then I wonder if we have rapid. Yeah, we do. So just. So this is a full automatic, and because we have rapid, we have rapid fire, no recoil, and unlimited ammo. We can just do this. So we spawned a weapon. We're gonna do some things that will get us kicked. So when it comes to the menus for spawning, I would highly recommend you don't click any of the white stuff. Only the green ones. Only the green ones. Highly recommend you only click the green ones. Um, so environment menu, we can change what time it is. Okay. Clear weather. Like I said, we're gonna do everything. Magazine menu. We don't. We can. So starter build, starter box, everything on here. See, it's raining now. I'm gonna leave those alone for now. Target menu. We can chest our humanity. We'll give ourselves 5,000. Um, we'll do heal target. We can kill ourselves. We can give them a DMR loadout. You know, there's a lot of things we can do. Um, so, so we're just spawning stuff in, and like I said, we're just getting it logged so we can go make the exceptions for it. Because all this stuff we're doing right now would be kicking us otherwise if we didn't have it on off on ones. I mean, so what we'll do is turn on the map, TP forward, and then yeah, so that's on, and we're just gonna hold 5 and teleport. So we're literally teleporting across the map, basically just really fast. Um, go ahead and go to the map. We'll just TP somewhere by holding Alt, and left clicking. So it TP'd us. Oh, we don't have mark body on, but it did TPS. Here, let's prove it. Let's go to Bash. Or let's go to the northwest. So Alt. Yeah, so we're at the northwest. Let's see what else is there. Oh yeah, the vehicle menu. That's what I wanted to do. So we're gonna spawn in this one, and then get in as pilot, and then we're gonna click. Oh wait, no, that's not the one with ammo. I'm sorry. The other one has ammo, I believe. So F2, vehicle, and then I think it's this one. There we go. I think this one already has ammo in it. So get in, and then, all right, fire those. All right, we're gonna get out, and then we're gonna spawn an Apache because I know that firing those does kick you. Now, I just said earlier only click on the green ones, but I think if it says DZ, you're okay. Yeah, here we go. Pilot, and then click. Yep, cool. And then get out. Ah, it disappeared. So the ones, it seems like the ones that aren't green will not stay. They'll just like disappear after a second or two. So that's fine. We didn't need it there anyway for very long. And then the last thing we're gonna do is go to weapon menu, search launcher. We're gonna give ourselves each of the launchers, and then we're gonna basically use those. Reload. Beautiful. Now we're gonna go ahead and drop it. Just put it on the ground. And then give ourselves another one. The other one. I like to do this just to like kind of ensure that we're doing it right. So launcher. And then the other one. Click on your person, double click. Go ahead and shoot it. Go ahead and drop it. F2. Just one more time. Launcher. And then the Metis. Click on your person. Double click. All right. I think that's about it. We should be okay. Actually, we'll go ahead and do the target menu. We'll do... We're just going to click them anyway so that the code runs. Disconnect. We're going to reconnect and then do it again. Okay. What do you mean by requesting authentication? All right. F2. Click on me, target menu. And then eject, freeze, unfreeze, kill target. Like I said, we're trying to do everything that is gonna like run scripts, and just to do everything that we gotta make exceptions for. All right, so yep. And this is the cool thing actually. So because let me go ahead and pull out my parachute because I think we might die if we don't. But we're gonna go ahead and just TP the ground from here. So that's cool. Okay. Now we're gonna do F2, target menu, double click, and then make target commit suicide, remove gear, send target up, 123. So now you can TP people like that. Let's see, target menu. And then you can do send target to ocean. So oh yeah, I removed my gear and everything. So yeah, we'll go ahead and kill ourselves one more time. Actually, I think we're good now. I believe we are good now. Okay, so we can leave. Okay. Close the server. Now, when we go to BattleEye, we're going to have a bunch of logs. So I'm going to click this and look at this. Just tons and tons of logs. These are what would be kicking you. So like if you get kicked from a server and it says you were kicked due to script restriction number 1 or whatever, this is why. This is exactly why. Now, I'm going to show you how to fix... I'm going to do an example one because doing all of them would take way too long. We're going to Control F, number 79. Yep. So this is the one. This is the example one that I give you guys, in the doc. So, right here. So the way that works is that BigEgg's admin tools generates a random, random letters and numbers together, and then calls its functions. And then when the server every time the server restarts, basically, it generates a new one. And so adding filters is a lot harder, right? And so if it comes to something like that, and it will, if you want to fix these anyway, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to look at the problem, So the whole problem is in the quotes. So everything is in the quotes. When it comes to these, what you do is you're going to want as much code in the exception as you can get. So what you'll do is we're going to start right after this because there's a lot of code down here, right? So we're going to make the exception for this part right here. Now, remember spacing matters. So like this space here, any spaces that are here, right? Now, again, like I said earlier, you're going to want to read this to understand it. I'm going to give you the answer. So this is the answer here. All right. So we're going to go to, and here's the thing. So the program that I told you to get, this one, BigEgg, is an auto exception generator. But because of these random variables that it makes, every time you restart. So like let's say during this server, someone has their view distance set to something, right? And then the server restarts. And then you make the exception for it, so they can use it. They're not kicked anymore. But then the server restarts. So this is a different number. Remember, so this program, what it does is it makes the exact script you need, but the problem is it does it exactly from quote to quote. The problem is that if this keeps changing, they're going to keep getting kicked because it's a new exception that it needs every single time, which is impossible. And so what you're going to do is you're going to grab as much of the code around, either above or below, the problem, right? So our answer is doing everything from here to there. Okay? And so we're going to go to scripts.txt, and we're going to go to the 79. So 79. And remember that because line 1 is actually not, it's this thing. It's not actually this one. And then arrays start at 0. So this is 0, 1, 2. So you always add 2 to whatever the number is. So it says 79, but it's actually plus 1, 2. So it's set view distance. So then you're just going to, so this is the answer. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to take this there with you and we're going to figure it out real quick. So we're going to go ahead and go grab this. And this is just me showing you. I'm not actually going to set these up. What I'm probably going to do is just copy my own over that I already did this for. We're going to grab this. We're going to come in here. Actually, we'll do this in Notepad++. It's fine. And then we will do this. Oops. And then we'll copy the answer. C. All right, Control A, Control C. So this is the answer. And how do we get to that answer? So we have the problem, this part. And like I said, we want the part with as much code as possible, which is everything afterward. All right. So we're going to start here. So we're going to do exclamation point, and then we're going to start with these quotes are everything that the code is for. So then we see that we have to go down a line in order to get to this guy, right? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do / in or \n. So imagine that it's going down a line and we need the space still, right? So what I like to do is I like to just do backspace and then, oh, I'm sorry. I don't like to do backspace. I like to just copy the space there like this and then backspace and then paste the space. All right. So then we see that we have to go down not 1, but 2 lines to get to the next code, right? So then behind this guy, we're going to do \in. So we're going down in 2 lines. And then again, we're just going to copy the space. And then we'll just set it back here and then paste the space, right? So then we're going to go down 1 line. So at the end of this, we're going to do \in. Copy the space, right? And then go ahead and set it, paste the space, and then we go down one more line, \in, and then grab the space. Remember, the space matters because it's exact as much as possible. So then we'll just do this, and then paste the space. And then, so delete that. So this right here is our exception. This should run just the same as the answer I gave you. It's just that it's not as quite as full. I think that it was because my variable name, so this thing I think on my end was longer or shorter, and that's why it caused the bottom of this to come out more. Which is, it really shouldn't matter. This should the one we just made should also fix it. And just to test it, what we're gonna do is we're gonna Control C, and we are gonna go to scripts.txt. And so we have set view distance. I'm actually gonna take out the one that I gave you guys, and I'm gonna paste this new one that we just made together in. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, and I think our start bat deletes scripts.log, which is good for testing. It does. Cool. So now we're gonna restart the server, and we're gonna just play the server for a second, and then we're gonna go back to the scripts.log, and we're gonna Control F, and we're gonna look for if there was another instance where it would kick us for that view distance setter. And if there isn't one there, that means we successfully added that exception for that specific problem, right? So server's coming up, server's up, and then period. And then I think literally just getting in, it should auto run that view distance script thing. We'll see though. We will see. Remember, I like to look at the console itself as it's loading me in. Maybe that's just preference. It's up to you guys. So as soon as the server console shows us, there we go. So we're getting in now. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right, we're in. Now we're gonna go ahead and disconnect. I just wanted to get all the way in, and then we're gonna turn off the server. And then we're gonna go back to DayZ config BattleEye scripts.log. Now we're gonna do Control F, and then we're gonna do number 79. No results. Okay, that's cool. But let's make sure. Let's go set view distance. Let's Control F that in the log. Control F. And we have 76, it looks like. So what do we do? Okay, so this one. So remember, like I said earlier, the BEGG will auto fix all of the ones, all the problems, the kicked restrictions. It'll do all the ones for you that don't have the weird admin tools. What are they called? Like the random letters and numbers. So as long as it doesn't have this in the problem, you can just double click on this and it'll fix those. But like I said, what you want to do before you do that is go and find all the ones with the admin things and fix them with like how we just did it. So you're going to look for it, you're going to manually fix it, and then you can run that script. So here's what we'll do. We're going to go ahead and click on, we're going to go ahead and click it. I don't like to click it by itself. I like to click this one because then it tells me. Double click. It's going to take a second. So it's literally showing us everything that it's doing right now. And then it also makes a log. So hold on. So it just generated for all the things that we would have gotten kicked for, that we would have went and had to have found and typed in manually, it's gonna generate probably like 90 to 100 different ones. And this might take a minute. Remember, it's going through every single line of this and is generating the answer for it, the filter for it. So yeah. All right, and then it actually clears the log after it's done doing that. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna restart the server, and here what did it say? It said 54 exceptions generated. So, for example, this one right here, should be fixed because it doesn't have that weird random like letters and numbers like this one right here. This one, when we go to restart the server, will not be fixed. It'll still kick people. And then now, so now we're gonna close this. We're gonna restart the server. Okay. So now that scripts.log that's gonna pop up right here is gonna be so small compared to what it was a second ago. It's still gonna have problems, of course, because it's gonna be the ones that we need to fix. And I'm gonna let you guys fix them, but I'm just showing you how to get to that point. And like I said, you're gonna want to read the GitHub right here on how to do that. Like I said, we just did an example together, but like you really want to read this. It makes so much more sense after you read it. So the server's up. All right, let's get in. How long have we been recording this for? Almost 2.5 hours. But this will be the end. I'm not sure how many parts I'm gonna make this, because that's too long of a video for people to watch. But yeah, so we know that this worked. You know what I mean? So whatever error it gives you is what you need to fix. So like mine just had the true part of it, but like yours didn't, so that's okay. So just remember that. All right. So we're in the game now. So now we're going to look at a couple of those actually. The way we're gonna do that is go to VS Code, auto exception generator log. This is all the exceptions that it generated. So let's just look for one that has random letters and numbers. So like this one here. Yeah, so set vehicle ammo is probably going to be broken. Whatever this one is, weapon give, that one's going to be broken. Yeah. So scripts.log, and we already have some, but a lot of these you're going to run into that are duplicates. So what I would do is just come through here, find the one that has the stuff, go add the manual fix for it, right? And then come down and look and be like, okay, what else we got? If it doesn't have a random, letters and numbers thing like this, if it doesn't have that, go ahead and make the manual fix for it and just keep doing that until this is basically clear. Let's go look at mine currently, my running one that's working, and we will look at scripts log. So as you can see, there's only a few that actually run, and these ones here don't kick anybody for them. So like I said, that's once you get down and you keep doing that, you'll be fine. So yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end the video. I think that's the end of it. Yeah. And then so let me show you how to do this. So once you go through and you keep doing those and you keep adding those and you finally get down to like not very many and you think your server's gonna work, you're gonna open Notepad++. and you're going to open scripts.txt, Control A, Control C, and then Control V. And then just like we did last time, so we're going to start recording. We're going to hit home, right arrow key, backspace, and then 5. And then we're going to run that 85 times. Oh, we're going to stop it first, sorry. And then run 85. Oh, oops. I think I messed it up, my bad. So start recording. And then home, left, 5, down, stop. All right, now do it. There we go. And then you're just going to Control A. And then you're going to paste it back to where it goes, like this. And then because they're all 5s, but not all of them are 5s by default, you're going to look at this link I sent you, which is right here. And then you're just going to Control F1. And you're going to look over here on the left side. So compile is a 1 by default. We're just going to come over here, go to compile, change that to 1. And then door management, plot management, humanity, exec VM. And you're just going to keep changing. You're going to put these back to what they were. So, you know, door, entities, exec VM, and then humanity. What else? So we got the nears. So near, and then system chat. Okay. So scroll down. So near, and then system chat. Just like that. All right, and then you would run your server, and then you'd have people come in, and you'd have them like play the game, and then you'd also have admins, and they would test all the admin things. And then whenever someone gets kicked, it'll generate that kick in the logs, and then you can go fix it. All right, I think that's that. If you have any problems doing the setup part, like I did earlier, and like the server's like not coming up or it's not starting or whatever, go ahead and let me know in the comments, and I'll try to get to you guys as much as I can. But yeah, thank you so much. Goodbye. Actually, no, wait, not goodbye. If you do have those problems and you let me know and I don't get back to you very quickly, join the DayZ Epoch community, the DayZ Epoch mod Discord. They're very helpful. Everyone here is super freaking helpful, guys. I would highly recommend it. If I can find the Discord link to it, let me see. Let's see, do Epoch Discord. All right, let's see. Epoch Discord. Maybe. Epoch Discord right here. So I'm gonna click that. And I'm gonna copy this. And then I'll just leave that right in the description as well. I'll put it right there for now. All right. So that's it for the day. But like I said, I'm in here. A lot of people are in here. Like a lot of people in here that are always ready and willing to help. All right, guys. So thank you. If you have any questions, comments, everything, just leave it below. Thank you. Goodbye.